Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful FiberCast. Today's date is May 1st, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I'm your host. So settle in, grab a project, and let's see what we can do together in the next 30 minutes. Don't you love the quilt behind me? This is compliments of my sister, KB. So hopefully she will tell us a bit more about where it came from. Though it's beautiful. It's a Civil War design, and I just love it. So today, hello? Who is that? Today we're going to talk about what to do with all of these pieces of bindings that I have. We'll finish up the shorts from last week, and we're going to talk about fabric requirements for our next Simply Colorful mystery. And that's about it. It's been a busy day. I've been making masks. I've been making caps, surgical caps all yesterday. I've been doing quilting quilts. So it's all good. And it has been pouring outside. So it's the perfect time for sewing. I hope you too have been having good times in your house if it's raining and nice times out in the garden if it's not. Here in the Northeast, it's not supposed to rain this weekend. So I'm looking forward to getting out into the garden. Let me see who that was. Ah, Bridget, my neighbor. Haha. Hello, Bridget. I will answer you afterwards. I just made her some masks for O'Neill's mother and sister. So that all worked well. Okay. So, bindings. Sorry, everyone. Oh, and as always, send pictures of what you're working on to Lynn at simplycolorful.com. And Carol Bell, hi. And I love, Carol, that I know you now and that we're getting to know each other and that I know that you have children. Is it 4? I think that's right. And that you're an only child. I probably shouldn't divulge that to other people, but I just love getting to know you on our Zoom chats. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you out there. I hope you're well. I loved seeing that your grandchildren came to visit the other day. Whew. This really is a marathon. I know I said that a week ago, a month ago, and it's just becoming more real that it really is a marathon. Hey, Linda Griffin. Hi. So nice to see you out there. So last week, for those of you who might have tuned in, we enlarged these bright shorts on either side. And as I was enlarging, they look like men's swimming trunks. They look ridiculous, but they're my shorts. And you may recall as I was making them, I was saying, I can't these are way too big for me. This is ridiculous. I'm making them much too big. Well, they hardly fit me. They do fit me. And I was able to increase the width of the leg. They were very short shorts. So since I've seen you last, they were up to here. So I don't know if you can tell the difference there. So very wide and very short. So I have taken them out and I went to my bindings to think about what I could do to finish off the edge of this quickly. Of course, my seam ripper made a little hole there and you can see the creases. So we're going to have to get creative here, maybe with some rickrack or something on there. But I went to my binding bin to see what I might have already made, right? Hi, Carol. Carol Oulette checking in. Hello, beautiful quilt, Karen and Lynn. How did you quilt this quilt? Happy sewing. Well, I did it in a gold, it's called sand gold thread, glide thread. And I found a very petite flower with some feathers. And it's more formal than some others that you might have seen me do. And the motif is, and I know you can't see this, but the motif, the feather and the flower is only about that. So there's a feather and then 2 flowers, and it goes back and forth. I really like it. It came with my Statler, and have I mentioned lately how much I like my Statler long arm machine? I love that thing. I've had to tune it up. I've changed the check spring, but it's working great. So nice to see you. I hope you're well. And Dawn, hi Dawn. Linda Grant's out there. You may want to say hi to her. I love that you're out there. So check out these bindings. Whenever I make a quilt, some of these are probably 10 years old, because every time I make a quilt, like this one, this is too thin. I should just throw that away, but I'm not going to. I always have leftover binding. Now this I way overestimated. And I'm certainly not nearly as, my memory is not nearly as good as it used to be. I used to be able to remember where each of these was from. Now it's pretty rare. Like this is way too thin. I must not have had enough of this blue. But now, of course, I have oodles, and probably if I had measured to begin with, I probably could have cut these strips much wider than just the 1 inch that it appears I cut them. What did Carol say? Oh, I must have my phone set up to ring me multiple times. I went to look at my YouTube to be able to look at your comments up close. Hi, Misty. Hi, Pam. Oh, hi, KB. Do you recognize your quilt behind me? And did I say hi to Pam? I did. Oh, it's so good to see everyone out there. So, remdesivir. Whoever thought we would ever know that word? Remdesivir. Possibly one little drug that will go in a cocktail to ultimately, hopefully, protect us against this coronavirus. But Gilead Pharmaceuticals apparently did a pretty good, well-documented, double-blind study that shows that this remdesivir is able to attach to the virus and make the symptoms shorter of patients who get COVID. Terrible. I also, random updates, I had my Fairlawn support group meeting this Wednesday on Zoom, and the facilitator is a case manager at Fairlawn Hospital in Worcester, and she said they're seeing a lot of the younger stroke patients from COVID, which we've been hearing about on the news. And she said it's a real thing. She's seeing that. Oh, look at this. See, I made these scrap. Now that doesn't really go, but that's a good size. Once I put something around the banding of these shorts, it's going to cut me. It's not going to be flattering. So ideally, I'd find something that would be that green color, I'm thinking. So what else have we got here? Oh, I pulled this out because this went with the cape and the purple on the side. So that's another option. We could do something with that. Okay, rather than, oh, see, there's another thick one. Why would I make a thick blue one? Black, you can always use that. Ooh, this is flannel. That wouldn't feel good on a summer day, but you know what? The likelihood I'm going to really wear these, I like that color match. Nah, I can just as easily fold it up. So I'm putting that away. Oh, here's a cool purple one. I think I made what are those blocks that you layer 6 layers of fabric all with the same pattern and then you slice it? Wonder blocks? I think I made one out of that large motif, purple and gray. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at how bright that is. Some Clemson fabric. Do we have any Clemson folks out there? Tim, Lindsay? There's Clemson. Oh, let's see. So this is really quite fun. I wonder how many else, who else keeps their binding? Linda. Linda says, I have another quilt done and ready for you and your awesome machine. Wonderful. I can come pick it up. Just let me know when. I'm happy to do that. Or drop it off. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Awesome. Oh, there's another thin one. It's very old fabric. Here's a nice grunge fabric that's newer. I have no idea what, oh, no, I don't know what that went on. This I do know. This was on Jackson's quilt just a few months ago. And this was on Violet's quilt just a few months ago. Purple. In fact, I have a picture of Violet. Violet is, oh, like Tamiflu. Exactly, Linda. Yep, remdesivir. Am I saying that right? I think I am. Hey, Jean. Jean asks if there's any puppy update. Well, there's a lot of looking on this end. And no, there is no update. I have not made any, I've not put a deposit on anything. I have called one place, but that's going to fall through. That was actually in Ohio. It's hard to find what you want when you want it, right? I'm not quite sure exactly what kind of puppy I want, but I'm definitely narrowing it down. So I want the teddy bear look, and I want the small one, non-shedding. I'm okay if it's a little yappy, but I want a lap dog. I really do. I want a lap dog. So, but each breed has its own pluses and minuses, right? So I've boiled it down to still multi-poos are still in the running. A Bichon Frise or a Biche Poo are definitely in the running if I can afford those. Those are always, the Bichon Frise is higher price. I also really am liking the combination of a Maltese and a Yorkie, so a Morkie. I definitely want a puppy that I can see its expression. I've had a black dog and a yellow dog, both labs, and I loved them both, of course. But I appreciated being able to see the expression on the yellow lab. So I want a light colored dog whose expression I can really see. So that's way too much information. A Havipoo also, or a Havanese, but I can't find any of those locally. Anne, our friend Anne, is getting a Havanese from down in Connecticut, and they're beautiful. Again, some of the purebreds, I'm not sure I want to spend the money on that, but, and on I go. And then, of course, where are the puppies? Sometimes they're in New York City. Well, you've got to rule that out. There aren't many here in Massachusetts. It's interesting to see what breeds are trending in certain parts of the country, like Bichon Frise in Florida, in California. You can get a lot of those. Up here, there seem to be a lot of labs, a lot of pit bulls. Not pit bulls, but boxers. Anyway, if anyone has a lead, I'm going to put it out there. You know what I'm looking for, I think. Oh, yes. You have a Chinese crested powder puff, non-shedding lapdog. She is a doll, and she's blonde. Okay. Chinese crested powder puff. No puppy yet. Well, if anyone has puppies out there or knows someone who has puppies, and I will check that out. The Chinese crested. Does the Chinese crested have the ears that go up and then some sort of tufts of hair? Is that, am I thinking of the right breed? Anyway, why did I get off track? Oh, because I saw Jean's texts. Her texts always pull me off track because they're always so interesting and engaging. So this is purple, and I wanted to show you Violet received her. Oh, and Jean gave me a reply. Now, where are my... That's a lot of boxes to check. Yes, I have done the impulse puppy buying, and I'm not doing that this time. So yes, I may just checkbox myself out of getting a dog because it is nice not to have to get up and take the dog out to pee. Look at you gussing up with the earrings. Christine is out there. I am gussying up. In fact, I have a question for everyone out there. Who's looked in their closet lately and thought they have not a thing to wear? I am so bored with my clothes. This quarantine thing. It's not like I go out and buy clothes, honestly, but it's just... So thank you for noticing my earrings. I think my friend Pat made them. I think she did. Speaking of Pat, hi, Sue Whitford. Still trying to figure out the chat thing. No problem. Me too. I was trying to figure it out tonight, and I ran out of storage on my iPad. So go figure. I think maybe because I've discovered Xfinity Stream, and I know I'm supposed to be sewing. I've discovered Xfinity Stream, and every night I've been watching an episode of Barry with Bill Harder. Funny. It's good. I like it. But I think in doing that Xfinity Stream, I was telling my mom about it. So Xfinity Stream, you can just pull up all your shows that you would watch on your TV. So it's like having another TV, but I somehow suspect it's chewing up at least memory. And I don't think it stores things down here, so the storage wouldn't be an issue. But anywho, Sue, I'm glad you could text. I'm glad you're out there. And if Karen's out there, hello. I see you, Karen. And Tansy. Tansy's their lap dog. Okay, so I keep getting waylaid because I wanted to show you a picture of another quilt recipient. And I know this is dark, but it also shows her wearing her mask. So that is Violet, graduate from Martha's Vineyard Regional High School. And remember, we made her, their colors are purple and white, and we made her a mask 2020, and her sister is 2028. So that was fun. Oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Judy. Hi, Carol. I'm finding more clothes because I'm not wearing my work uniform. Oh, that makes sense. Sure. Mixing it up. Well, that's the thing. I ruined a lot of my clothes with that Amazon work stuff, but I'm going to use it again. Oh, yes. And I've had multiple calls into Amazon. Oh, that's right. I was going to give you all an update. I have applied for a leave of absence, which is supposed to be done by today, May 1st. And I've called multiple times and no, there's no one to be found. So it's in the system. We'll see. But I'm not going back yet. It's too dangerous for me. And I am so thankful for everyone out there working. If Sherry is out there, Sherry's a pharmacist down in New Jersey and has been joining our open sews that we do through Patreon. And thank you for all you're doing. So I'm so glad everyone's out there. Look at oh, I wish it had purple in it. That would be cool on my shorts. I like that the best. But it doesn't have purple, so I'm kind of not wanting to do that. This has purple, green and purple. I don't know. Let's just look at everything. We have time, don't we? We don't have to go anywhere. Okay, so we've looked at all these, right? Oh, look at that. We even have a little red tulle. KB, your quilts are amazing, by the way. All of your quilts, everyone out there, your quilts are amazing. In fact, I deliver them as fast as I do them, but let me get a baby quilt that Kathy brought today. Oops. Isn't this sweet? And just your white squares with your light 2.5 inch. It probably was a jelly roll. I thought that was very sweet. We'll do something sweet on it. Oh, and then I finished this. No, I didn't finish it. I sewed the middle part of it. And now I'm going to put a thin strip of a darker blue, and then I'm going to do another border of some sort. I might even do more of these. I'm going to make it bigger because I'm liking it so far. So that's that. Clearly, I'm not going to be doing much tonight, am I? Let's see. Okay, let's keep, oh, this is pretty. I like that. And this. And this. This was Molly's Christmas quilt. This. That was Mary's graduation quilt. These are all quite pretty. I don't know where they came from, which that makes sense too, because if you're going to tend, if you find your bindings, I think you're going to tend to like them because you made them, right? No, it's not like you're going to find some that you absolutely don't like. Oh, Deb Linehan, if she's out there, Deb made the most beautiful Dakota Sunrise quilt. Highly recommend that pattern. If anyone out there needs a pattern that works up well, that's a good one. That's the one from Missouri Star, where you start out with a layer cake. This I remember from years and years ago, our first retreat, KB, in New York. This was a quilt we auctioned off for Windermere. Why I have that thinness, I have no idea. Red, don't know where that came from. Black flannel. This is awful. This had to be a charity quilt. Okay, so we're getting there. Let's see. Oh, batik, that was for baby quilt I made. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, that I measured right on that one, right? Oh, you guys. So she's blonde. I want to have a hairless powder puff are less expensive. I used to have a hairless powder puff are less expensive. Ooh, no hair at all? I guess you wouldn't have a shedding problem, would you? I love this. And the look of the dog does matter to me. And I have been looking on adoption sites, by the way, and there are like Buddy Dog in Sudbury is not open. And Bay Path Humane Society, all of them are in foster, or they just had cats, I think. So I have been looking. So thanks for asking. This quilt I made at Missouri a year or two ago, and I have just sent it today up to Ben Flynn and his soon-to-be wife, Anna Lee. So that quilt is gone. We're making like that's a lot of fabric. I don't know why that was in my bindings. Bindings bags. Let's see. That one. Oh, look at this. Some oranges. Orange. I have no idea where those are from. This is another giveaway quilt. Huh. Yep. So we're doing another sew along tomorrow at 11. We're doing it twice a week through Patreon. And it's fun. We're getting to know about different parts of the country. The world. Oh, and Wendy, if you're out there, congratulations on your dot painting. That's wonderful. If anyone is interested in a new hobby and something meditative, and you are interested in seeing the rocks that are painted with dots of paint into a medallion type pattern, see how meditative that is? Wendy Down Under has a Facebook page, Wenzart, Wenzart. I hope I have that right. Check her out. She's starting to do live broadcasts, and she's showing you how to do the painting. Oh, look at these. These are from a quilt that I made many, many years ago for Heidi. Oh, lots of extra leaves. Man, look at that. That would be fun to do something with. They're all hand-basted, and I still like the color. But am I sounding old? Because would kids like this color? That's the question. I don't know. Okay. Well, we have a layer cake of binding, and let's see if anyone has sent me anything. And then we will make a decision about our shorts. Oh, one other thing here. I found this also. This was one of the flowers for these leaves. And again, it had to be 20 years ago. And it was very bright at the time, and I liked the brightness of it. Okay, so enough about bindings. What are we going to do with our pants? And will we have to wear them when we're done? That's the question. Oh, and I did model them on our open sew. They look huge. So sad. Okay, so what are we going to do? Oh, and I have my big iron here. I forget why I had it out today. All right, we're going to figure this out, and then we're going to talk about the mystery quilt. We're making a COVID graduate mystery quilt. Hi, Allie. Good morning. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Drew. Drew and hi, Molly. I'm so glad you're out there. I hope you're safe and staying in. Tuning in from New Jersey. Thank you so much for the masks. Oh, good, they came. Good, you're welcome. And Allie Down Under, she says it's cold and windy here in Queensland. I bet. And congratulations on your sale, too, of your property. That's great news. Oh, Drew, I'm psyched you're out there. You should have seen. Did you see this binding? Excuse me. That I used on your brother's quilt, I'm pretty sure. And it has a piece of Clemson fabric. So that was fun. I'm not sure if I have any West Virginia fabric. Not in here. But, okay, let's just finish. What we are doing now is we are updating our closet. Since we're stuck in the house here, we are updating some shorts. So what are we going to do here? Oh, I think I have a winner. I'm just going to make it very simple and do it in this purple because it matches and it's not too crazy. And I'm going to see, I have this pile of bindings, right? That we just spent all that time looking through. None of them work. Welcome to quilting. So we have to make binding here for our pants hem. And it looks like This, if I cut it in half, then fold it in half, will be enough for both. That is our plan. Oh, okay. Let's put the bindings away. They're all over the floor. Who's looking forward to tomorrow when it's going to be hopefully a little sunny outside? I am going to go out and play in the garden. Remember, if you go out, the sun can be really dangerous this time of year. You can get a sunburn. Okay, so I think I can get 3 3/4. So what is 3 3/4? I mean, what is half of 3 3/4? Well, fractions. Where's Holly? I need Holly. 3/4 is 6/8. So it's 1 1/2 plus 3/8. Should be 1 5/8. Is that right? Three. This is just not right to do this online. This is not good pod. Hi, Cherish. Cherish, I need to check on your address. I have a t-shirt and a $20 off coupon for machine quilting that I have to send to you. But I have an address for you in Colorado Springs. I don't think that's right. So I need to double check that. So watch for an email from me. Okay, so 3 3/4 is the same as 3 6/8, which is the same as 4/8 plus 6/8 is 30/8. So 15/8 would be half of it, 15/8. And 8 goes into that 1 7/8. Let's see if that is good. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that. 1 7/8 times, so 1 7/8 times 2 is 2, 3 6/8. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron. No, I'm not going to iron it in half. First things, oh, I have a little side piece there I have to fix. I must not have had enough fabric right there. See how the sugar. So all I'm going to do is take a piece of this purple. Give me 5 minutes, and then we're going to talk about the mystery, next week's mystery. And I know Becca's going to play, and I will post something on the website this week. And I guess send out the first clue next Thursday night. We're going to make a COVID grad quilt. So if you know a graduate or someone who's having an occasion even this spring and due to the COVID-19, they are not able to celebrate the way that they would really like. Maybe make them a quilt. Oh, I cut that too short. So I'm just going to do it again. It's going to be another 2-color quilt. It's not really, really, really complicated. I'm going to make mine maroon and gold. You can guess which school that's for. And Drew and Molly, I'm trying to get ahead of our graduates. So I have Cooper's quilt is all done except for the binding. It's downstairs, and that's in the UMass Lowell blues and whites. Bridget has already received hers. It was in pastels, kind of a wild one with nurses on it. And this gold and yellow, I'm just trying to get ahead. So maybe you can think about your cousins and figure out who that's for. Oh, so tomorrow we're having a Zoom meeting. We're making pasta with Cousin Ben and Violet. Homemade pasta. Need to do this. Okay, just had to make this little repair. Cut this off. So if you're making a graduate's quilt for a graduate in your life, usually their school colors are 2 colors. So this quilt is made with 2 colors. And it's meant to be a bit modern to appeal to a younger demographic. And it's meant to be made scrappy. But I know, for example, Becca is buying fabric, so I'll give requirements for both scrappy and for non-scrappy. Hi, Tim. Thanks. You like my chair? My gaming chair from Staples? I like it too. Is it true you have one? Linda Grant, 1875. Hi, Lynn. It's been forever since I watched you live. Well, Karen Cluin. I know. It's so nice to know you're out there. Oh, and I'm envious. The weather must be nice out where you are. Thanks for tuning in. We're beautifying clothes because we're bored with the clothes in our closets, and in some of our cases, they didn't fit. This COVID-19, I think it was Katie who said it'll be like freshman 15, but COVID, you'll gain 19 pounds or something like that. So, well, what a nice surprise, Karen. Good, so you can chat in YouTube and say hi to everyone. Okay, so now that's the right extension. Now, what am I going to do? This is what I'm going to finish them off with. And then I'm going to have to put some rickrack here because they're not looking good. That's just going to cut me right off. Here's the question. Do I get bold and do that instead? Yeah, I think we do. Maybe this I can do. Ooh, that's awful. No. Susan, Sue Whitford, where are you when I need you? What color should I do here? Well, it's so nice to see you out there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to think about this. After all that, you know, some days are just like this. It's been a long week. We've gotten a lot done. I'm not going to wear these gardening tomorrow, so I don't have to do them tonight. But I guess what I would encourage everyone is look in your binding stash and see what you might have that might be fun to play with. You know, whether it's using them on jeans. Maybe this is even better than that, because that's all done. Yeah. You know what? Oh, but I don't want to have to do any hand sewing. Okay. All right, let's pack it up and we're going to just talk about the mystery and then we're going to call it a night. Let's put this away. Karen, it's so nice to know you're out there. Okay. So I have a piece of maroon minky that I bought on sale for maybe $13 a yard, and it's 88 inches wide. And I got 2 yards, so I have it's 88 inches by 72. So that's, and I want to make a quilt that goes as big as it can on that. Molly's brother Tim. Ooh, what's this? Molly's brother Tim and fiance Juliana, who are currently staying with us, are also tuned in. Juliana loves your Bernina machine. Thank you. Well, hello, Tim and Juliana. Congratulations. Did I hear you might be getting married this summer? Congratulations. And Juliana, do you sew? I do. This is my baby. In fact, I don't know if I'll tell you this since you noticed my machine. Last week when I was sewing during the day, all of a sudden my touch screen over here didn't work and wasn't responding. So I called my dealer who was on the phone and helped me problem solve it right while I was on the phone. How that does not happen very often. So I was very pleased. So if you sew, tell me what you sew. And make, you know, are you all quarantined together? God bless you. I bet that's fun though. That's better than being quarantined alone. So that's the backing. And again, I have a college in mind whose colors are maroon and gold. So armed with that fact, I went and looked in my stash and I've already washed the maroons. So I have maroon. I've not washed the yellows yet or golds, and I didn't wash those for whatever reason. But I also I found Uncle Bob's shirt. He had a nice, that he was throwing away. It was worn on the collar. And it's a beautiful maroon corduroy. So I cut that up and I'm going to use that. I also had this gold velvet that I'm going to use because it's so rich, right? And all of these. So it's going to be very scrappy. And if anyone is interested in playing, and again, I'll put this all on simplycolorful.com. But in the meantime, if you wanted to start to look at maybe what you have in your stash and what you might need, is for the first color, and again, this is going to be 64 by 80 inches. So it could fit a twin or big lap quilt. 3 5/8 yards of color 1. For me, it's maroon. And 1.5 yards. Oh, that's maroon. 1.5 yards of color 2. For me, it's gold. And then you also need 2 1/8 yards that goes with it all. But you won't need that until the very end. In fact, I'm just noticing this has holly on it, so that might not work. It's a Christmas fabric. Maybe this will work instead, or this. So that 2 1/8 yards, you're not going to need until the very end. So hint, hint, this is going to be a border. So that, right? And then you'll need 1/2 yard for binding. And that's it. So, again, next week, I'll print the first clue I'll publish it on Thursday night on simplycolorful.com. And Tim and Juliana, welcome to FiberCast. I'm so glad you could join us. Make sure to subscribe so you get notifications when we go live. And for all of you out there, I hope I didn't miss, let me just make sure I didn't miss any pictures. I know this was not a very content-rich session. We didn't make anything, but it sure was cathartic for me to see you and know you're out there. And Carol, Aunt Carol's out there. Katie's there. I didn't know Katie was out there. Aunt Katie, who needs new clothes when you can cut the bottoms off your pajamas to wear as shorts for summer? That's so true, Katie. I love it. Oh, and Chris is down in Cape Cod. That's awesome. Enjoy the ocean. Okay. Oh, I was going to check email, and then I promise we're tuning off so you can go watch Barry. Again, Barry with Bill Harder. Funny? Kind of. We're in the middle of Ozark. Uncle Bob and I are watching Ozark season 3, and we're saving it. So we only watch one episode a night when we don't have something else. And like on Monday nights, our brother-in-law in Pennsylvania, TG Bob, is hosting trivia. So we do that on Monday nights. We don't watch Ozark. And tonight, I'm kind of hoping that Uncle Bob is up for an episode, even though it's late. Anyway, UPS is hiring on the vineyard. They're looking for drivers. Oh, Linda, you're awesome. Linda sent me some puppy information for later. I will look at it. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Awesome. Well, so get excited. The month of May is going to be all about making a COVID grad quilt. That doesn't really sound good, but a surprise quilt for the graduate in your life who is going through this. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Do what they tell us to do. And just remember what's more important in life. We're learning some things, and take the time to learn that. So, and maybe next week we can share what we've learned. So do a little introspection, and I'll see you next Friday night right here on FiberCast. Bye, everyone.